All right, welcome back to the Sic Podcast with Sonia, Ross, and Chris. Today, since so many people enjoyed our spooky ghost stories with Razme, we thought we'd bring on another person who's been trying to talk about their ghost stories. So today we've got our guest, Janet.
Hi guys, I'm Janet.
Yep, and she's got a bunch of stories for us as well. But first, we're going to give to Sonny, because Sonny says he has something interesting to talk about.
Hey guys.
What you got for us, boy?
I'm back again, man. I'm back to tell some more stories. This happened to me quite recently, actually. You know?
How's recent? Like 6 years old?
Nah. It was actually like last week, man.
Oh, shit. All right.
So, you know how we usually do our podcast and we usually come home late from doing our sessions?
Mm-hmm.
So one night, I came home and there was some kind of... I saw something... So you guys came to my house and you guys see that big tree in the front yard.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no wind that night, and I saw something rustling the trees, man. Like a big figure rustling the tree.
A figure?
A figure.
Like you could see like a
a
silhouette?
human?
Yeah.
Like a human?
Like a witch.
I don't know
A tree witch.
I don't know what it was, but the minute I came up
Talk about an elf?
and it started rustling the trees, and I see this thing, I hear footsteps, like a person running away.
What the
And
fuck?
it scared the shit out of me. So we usually leave our
Scrambled
porch lights
around.
on too. So before I saw before he that thing ran away, I saw some jeans and just ran off.
So you knew it was wearing jeans.
Yeah.
So it was most likely a human.
It's a modern witch.
I don't know. I feel like it was maybe not something paranormal, but it was definitely frightening just coming home from that and seeing.
Wait, where did it run?
It went towards my cousin's house, which is right next door.
That big house area?
Wow.
So it just ran across the lawn and
Yeah,
disappeared?
it just ran.
That's weird.
I was like, holy shit.
So at first
Creature
I
of
was
the night.
at first I was gonna be like, all right, it could be like a big badger or I don't know, just something rustling your trees, looking for something and ran out. But you said it was wearing denim.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I think my neighborhood is all safe and shit, but nah, man. It's not safe. It's not safe for me.
Sonny,
They're coming
your
for you
neighborhood is probably the safest neighborhood I know, only because you're in it.
I gotta hide my kids. Hide my wife.
And how's your husband too? It's coming for everybody.
He's raping everybody.
I
over
don't
here.
know. Sonny, you're like,
He's the god killer.
yeah, dude. You're the buffest guy I know.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned it in our previous episode, but yeah, this guy's ripped.
Old Swoley McBroly over here.
Swoley McBroly, that's what's up.
All right, that's enough about my story. I want to hear about Janet's stories.
Alright. So actually most of my scary stories take place in Pakistan. So
The most haunted of all the stands.
Spookistan.
I forgot about Spookistan. It's right next door to Halloween Town.
It's Pakistan.
Alright.
Spookistan.
Did you say Spankistan?
Okay,
Sonny, I'm gonna beat you up.
I'll stop.
You have multiple stories, right? So
I do.
are you going from scariest to least scary or least to the most?
I'll tell you the most scariest,
Oh man, we're
sort of in between, in the
In
middle.
between?
Oh, so
it's
Yeah.
like a rise and fall.
she's gonna hit us with a curveball. We won't know when it's coming.
Yeah. That's what makes it spooky.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, most of my scary stories kind of take place in Pakistan. So when we were in 3rd grade, our parents took me and my brothers to Pakistan, and we lived there for a year. And my dad was here in America, but my mom was with us over there. And there was a bunch of stuff that happened that was very spooky. So even though there was one night, so even though I was really, really young,
Like 6 years old.
I think I was 8
Okay.
or something.
Okay, so you're past the doll beating up age.
I had my fair share of dolls.
What? All right, continue. Sorry.
Okay. So even though we were in 3rd grade, I'm sure the curriculum over there is it follows the British standard. We went to a school that was following the British standard, and it was so difficult that for our finals, even though I was in 3rd grade, I was up until 3 a.m. Studying.
Jeez.
And
Wow.
So you're slightly more prepared for college than everybody else.
oh no, not at all.
What?
So how we lived there is, so me and my mom shared a bed, and we shared a room with my older brother. So it was me, my older brother, and my mom in one room. My brother had a separate bed, though. And so when I was studying, my mom was, like, up helping me study, and my brother was asleep. And the crazy shit happened because he literally, all of a sudden, just got up, walked towards us, like, full motion, like, as if he was gonna, like, attack or something. And, like, his eyes were, like, bloodshot red. Like, his eyes were open, and, like, he was bloodshot red. He walked up to us, and my mom was, like, screaming. She was like, "What are you doing? What's going on? What?" And I was just, like, sitting there, like, what's happening right now? He just stands there for, like, 10 seconds. Then he goes back to sleep.
Wow, that's really creepy.
Was he doing something? Or he just, like, stood there? He just ran up to
No,
you?
He was sleeping before and after.
Yeah.
Okay, so he just got up, ran at you guys, all red-eyed like a fucking demon, and
Yeah.
then ran back
Yeah.
and went back to sleep.
He didn't run. Like, it was kind of,
Aggressively
like,
walked.
aggressive, like, walk.
And then when he retreated,
Like
was
I
it
want to see
more...
your manager type walk?
Yeah.
Ah.
The spookiest kind. But yeah, like, my mom never actually, like, talked about this, but, like, she was like, "Oh yeah, you guys just, like, were sleepwalking and stuff," and I'm like, okay, that's a little creepy, Mom, because
sleepwalking is... I mean, we did talk about sleepwalking before, but his eyes were open and bloodshot.
How
no,
bloodshot?
okay,
Scared.
so that is something, I'm pretty sure that's something that happens when you sleepwalking. You can't open your eyes and stuff. But the thing is, before we lived in that house, none of us had ever sleepwalked. None of us had ever grown up sleepwalking. After we left that house, none of us ever sleepwalk again. So it's still very freaky to us. Which actually, like, segue into another story, which is actually personally about me. So,
God.
Sonny, chill.
I'm just trying to bring
No.
the suspense.
all right.
he's the background music. Okay, so one night, so like because like it was just me, me, my brothers, and my mom there. My dad wasn't there. Sometimes my uncle, my mom's brother, would come and like stay with us, but he'd be like downstairs like watching TV for like most of the night, and he'd be on the sofa, and our room was upstairs. So he told me about this like the next day, and I think I forgot about it for a while, and then like he told me about it like a little while later, like when he came to America, because like I'd completely like blanked this out. But he said basically one night he was just laying there watching TV, and all of a sudden I just come down the stairs, I just like sit on the stairs like just doing nothing. I don't say anything. I just sit there, and it's like completely dark, so he can't really like, I guess, see my face that well or anything. And he's like, he said that like he sat there and he was like calling to me. He was like, Jenna, come sit next to me. You can come downstairs. And I just sat there, and then all of a sudden I got back up and then went back upstairs and went back to sleep.
You don't remember this?
I don't.
Does your older brother from that previous story remember?
No, he does not. We told him about it the next day too, and he was like, "What?" He was like laughing about it. He had no idea.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What if it was like,
Maybe.
haha, and then he turns around and he's sweating because, like, shit, do they know?
What if it's like a demon just like shopping, you know? It's like shopping for bodies.
Oh, so he temporarily takes
So
over
he took
one
my
body.
brother's body, then he took mine.
No,
It's
no,
like-
no. He walks. No, he wakes up a sleeping body, walks the rest of the family, takes a look at all of them. Do you want to steal anyone? Not this one. Goes back to sleep.
He's like, I'll possess another one next night.
Nah, yeah, maybe another time.
You have to call Sonny's mom if she can do exorcisms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sonny, come on.
Wait, Sonny, you were an apprentice, right? At the time, where you got some experience.
Yeah.
I'm about to
Help
be
me out,
slapping.
All right, listen. This is why you're not
Wake
allowed
him
near me.
I'm about to do. You guys ever seen that episode from Boondocks? When so basically what happens in the Boondock episode is like someone gets possessed, like one of their uncles gets possessed, and basically they had to like whip him with their belts to like to unpossess him. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, demon. The demon spawn.
I mean, there's a carrot and the stick, right? Your mom tried reasoning with them,
God.
and you, you're just gonna whip them. Throw some hands.
He lets the stick reason for him.
Damn.
I'm gonna beat down some demons.
Yeah. That sounds like you, man.
Yeah,
I killed one.
sounds like something you
I
do.
killed many.
Wait, you killed a demon?
No.
The doll. The doll was.
Oh
a
yeah,
demon.
I guess you can consider that like a demon, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was fucked up. So yeah.
He either killed Annabelle or Chucky, whichever one. Both
See,
of them were demons.
about those, I feel like you just like kick him, you know?
Yeah, you just
See?
punt him.
Wait, isn't that
But
not a
them?
gif where it's like this brother and sister and they're both really young, approach a hallway and their parents put like a little doll in the way, like on purpose to scare them,
Uh-huh.
and they both like flinch, but then the kid just goes and kicks it as hard as he can. He's like, "Get this shit." And they're both like 3 or 4 years old. His first reaction was just kick it.
Yeah, that was Sunny actually.
That's actually yeah.
That actually was Sunny. It's
Yeah.
just
That was the demon doll.
That was Sunny and Penny.
That was it.
that was Sunny and Penny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Sunny, I guess I knew about you.
I have a YouTube channel. Hit it up. Subscribe.
Oh my god.
Links in the description below. Check it out.
Okay, see, now we have to put links that we don't have. Come on, Sunny.
Don't look in the description below.
Okay.
Alright, Jan.
You might get ghosted.
Alright, go
Wow.
ahead.
Okay.
I have to, man.
That was the low-hanging fruit.
Go ahead, Janet. Size.
Okay. So I have also more stories in Pakistan. So
Man, what's the fuck is up with Pakistan?
It's
you know,
Spookistan,
I
man.
honestly,
Spookistan.
yeah, like I honestly believe like some of the houses there are just like really haunted, and I can't explain like why.
It was over a burial ground.
Was
No,
it?
it's very possible.
Ooh.
See, I told you, man.
Where was your house?
Because our house was when we first got it, when we first started living there, it was like brand new. Like the entire neighborhood had just been built.
See,
Completely.
That's when people
Huh.
fuck up.
Yeah.
So they think they got something good, but it's cursed.
Yeah.
Was it cheap?
Was it cheap?
Yeah.
And did the
You're asking someone who was 8 years old at the time if it was cheap. I don't know.
How was the real
No, it was
estate
actually
market?
it was really good because no, it was like an
How's
entire.
the economy doing in Pakistan?
Come
So
on,
it was
Chris.
an entire.
Let's be more realistic.
No,
Did
no,
the
no.
previous owners ever not tell you why they sold the house?
No, because she
I
said it
don't
was
think-
new, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was new.
So
Oh.
first person.
So
to
we
approve?
were the first
Oh,
buyers.
literally new.
Wow.
Yeah. So and like it was actually like it was supposed to be like one of the best neighborhoods. Like it was.
They all say that though.
No, okay.
That's how they get
Like
you.
if you looked at it, like when we first got it, it was like the entire community was like a gated community.
Mm-hmm.
And like we had gates in front of our houses too, and like
Nice.
and you have to have a code to get in, and like there's a checkpoint to get into the neighborhood
Mm-hmm.
and everything too. And it was actually really close to an army base
Oh wow.
too.
nice.
So like it was a pretty good like community overall. It's just actually like we went back there back in like senior year of high school, so a couple years ago,
Mhm.
and it's like it's pretty like people don't like there's no upkeep, so it's actually not that great looking now.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn.
But I mean, a new
Yeah.
neighborhood, state of the art technology. I see what you're getting at.
Yeah, but like they were pretty like it was a pretty for us like we liked the neighborhood because like even like during the night they would have security patrolling the entire neighborhood.
Oh, so that's
Just
cool.
like going around, and
That's
they had
so-
like cameras and everything. So it was actually like really nice. And like even at 8 years old, with like I didn't know many people there, my mom would like let me go bike around the neighborhood.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
there was like we had like a little mini store in the neighborhood
Oh,
that my mom let me like ride to and like buy stuff and bring back.
wow.
But yeah.
That sounds like an awesome neighborhood.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good neighborhood, minus the sleepwalking ghosts. Shit.
Did they ever catch a ghost on the cameras?
I don't think so, but all of our like photos and everything are over there.
In Pakistan?
Yeah.
Oh, you
So,
saw
okay.
the house?
So, yeah, technically we still have the old house. We give it
Ah.
off to rent to someone else.
Ah.
So what happened was when we first went over there, so my parents, this is gonna make them sound terrible, but the summer before 3rd grade, they took us over to Pakistan saying that we were going on vacation,
Oh.
and then they kept us there.
Get wrecked.
And then at the end of the year, they brought us back saying that we're coming to America on vacation, and then they just kept us here.
Wow.
So that's why all of my stuff is still in Pakistan.
It's a
Oh wait, what the heck?
It's a
It
permanent.
probably,
Yeah.
it probably won't fit you anymore.
No, I mean, like, there's certain things, like, you remember those Scholastic book clubs that
Oh,
we
yeah.
used to be able to join?
Mhm.
The one that you could get, like, new things, like, every month?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had a bunch of Scooby-Doo crap over there. All
Dang.
of it's over there. and I
Wait.
have no idea where it is.
What if someone's like a demon now is just playing with it?
What if you go back to all done, and then the tenant said, "I swear we didn't. All your stuff is still up in that attic or whatever. We never touched it, and it's all just done, like impeccably."
What do you mean done?
As in,
Well,
like,
it was
like the
they were
color,
books.
the color.
No, it was they were like mystery books.
Oh, okay.
It's like they give you clues every single chapter, and then you figure out who did it at the end.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, okay.
And I really like those books. But
You can probably go up to your attic and see a mystery
I don't
machine
think we had
going
an
back
attic.
and forth.
we didn't have
Between
an attic.
between attics.
We had a storage room, and I would never go there. We had a storage room, but we would never go there because we had a cockroach problem.
Ew.
It's fucking disgusting.
That's more scary than
I
a ghost.
I stepped on a cockroach with my bare foot. It was dead, but
Oh.
like
Oh
I
my
cried.
Ew.
I cried.
I don't know if I've told this story before on the pod, but one time something really similar happened to me. Like, I was between houses at the time, so I was living in an apartment complex. And so one night, we were watching The Proud Family. I had to pee, so I went in the bathroom, right? But I was like, I want to get back to the show. I'll be really quick. I'll just not turn the light on.
Oh,
So I started.
Chris, no.
It was a
That's
big
where it
mistake.
always-
Big mistake. So I finished up, but the whole time I was peeing, I was like, I felt something on my feet, and I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? And so I turned on the light, right? And on the floor, you could barely see any white. It was totally covered in ants. Totally covered in ants. And
Ugh.
I was literally like standing on top of them. It was
I'm assuming
horrible.
there's a bunch crushed under your foot too now.
It was probably like all over my feet and shit. I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god. And so I like ran, got the vacuum cleaner, just like vacuumed up all these ants that were everywhere. And the whole apartment was like this. Like, not as bad as like that one instance, but there was just a big like ant problem in
Yeah,
that
no, I feel
place.
that.
It was horrible.
God.
It was nasty, man.
Yeah,
I have a
traumatized.
similar story, but it didn't happen to me. It happened to my older sister. So we get mango pulp in cans, and
Oh
we.
no!
Oh
Don't
no,
do
I
it.
don't want to. Do I want to hear this, man?
This is a long time ago. My older sister was probably like 7 or 8.
Did she eat it?
I'm just gonna.
Nah. So we'd use a can opener, open up and drink it, right?
Oh,
no! And one time, a long time ago, my dad went to a different place to get these.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, we opened the thingy,
Oh my
and
god.
it wasn't inside though. That's the thing. It wasn't inside.
Okay.
We just left it. I guess we forgot to put it in the fridge or whatever. So my sister went back later to get some more of it, but it was out for a while. She tried drinking from it. And she said she saw a cockroach in it. Yeah.
Okay, I have a worse story than that. It also happened in Pakistan. Like bad stuff happened to me in Pakistan.
All right.
I'm traumatized.
Ghosts.
So-
Demons.
So the
bugs.
one thing that my mom would like always make us in Pakistan was pancakes, and we had like an entire
Crunchy
like the big.
pancakes.
Shut up, Sonny.
Shut up, Sonny. No, Sonny, no. No, okay.
No.
So we had one of those big boxes that was just the pancake mix, and you could like mix it with stuff, and like it would make the batter. So we just had it open, and then one day my mom made us pancakes, and like. I don't know if it was that same day or if it was like the next day, she like poured it out and she saw ants in it. So she poured out the entire thing and there was just so many fucking ants in there.
Oh, that's
Oh
horrible.
my god.
Blueberry
And I
pancakes.
was there. I saw it too. I was like there and I saw it and I literally just like, I went and like threw up.
Oh.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Cause like I ate it.
Oh man.
I ate
this
the
is, This is
pancakes.
after she made pancakes.
Yeah.
You
I
thought it was-
already had the
You
pancakes.
thought it was chocolate chips, but it wasn't.
Chocolate kind of crunchy.
Hey,
That-
here's some crunchy.
That
I
reminded
don't
me
think
of
I don't
something.
think
man.
ants are crunchy when you cook them.
One time
I don't know. I haven't cooked ants and eaten them to test it out. But
they got
Sunny?
protein.
Sonny, do you know anything about
Sonny, do
this?
you know what I mean?
No.
Okay, just wondering. No,
No.
because I mean, you're a world, traveled man.
I mean, I ate bugs before, but
I don't want to hear about
But that's
it.
for
I'm
another
sorry.
day, another time.
When I'm not here, please.
Actually, yeah. What else do you have, Janet?
Oh, okay. So, another story in Pakistan. So, we had my grandma's house in
I should never
Pakistan.
visit Pakistan.
Yeah, like, okay, listen. You don't come to Pakistan, I won't come to your house anymore. Like, your house is already haunted too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dolls and demons and I don't
Other
know,
shit.
man.
I want to go see his basement one day.
Dude, I looked
We
down
gotta
your
go there and start
basement that
rolling.
one
Yeah.
day. I looked down your basement that one day. I literally just wanted to throw something away in your kitchen, and like it already looks like ominous, and I don't mess with that.
It's very scary down there.
Yeah. But yeah, it actually reminds me of my grandma's house because my
Pakistan?
grandma's house, huh?
Pakistan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my grandma's house in Pakistan, like we've all lived there at one point or another. So like obviously it was my grandma's house, so like many of us have like lived there, but like there was literally my grandma's sister and her 7 daughters, 1 son, and then my mom and her 3 brothers also lived there.
I kind of want to ask how that one son felt.
How big is your grandma's house here?
It was not very big.
Oh, dang.
Back then there was 3 floors and a roof, and now there's 4 floors. But there's less people living there now
That's
too.
pretty big.
Because they like all my aunts are like married off, so there's only one family that lives there now.
Okay.
So, but like I mean, they weren't exactly rich, so you know, like they all like may do like it's like common for like everyone to like kind of sleep on the floor of like the living
a main
room
hall
and stuff.
thing.
Yeah.
In rows.
Yeah.
Is how we did it.
Yeah, that's how they basically did it.
Just brown people things.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was my grandma's house, little layout. So basically when I was like a little kid and I used to like go there, this is like before the whole 3rd grade thing, so anywhere from like
0th grade to 3rd grade.
0 years old to like 5 years old, maybe. So like I mean I visited there like twice when I was like very young, but so I didn't like going on the 3rd floor because basically the 3rd floor was just a roof, and the roof was like basically every roof in like Pakistan is one that you can like walk on, and like you could literally like just chill up there. It's like completely flat, and there's like a gate. It's fenced off, so like you can like
it's like a
chill up
3rd
there and
floor
stuff.
Without its own roof. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like Texas, because here we have rain, we have slanted roofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of
so like the 3rd floor itself was okay in itself. It was just there was a storage room that was there, and the storage room used to scare the crap out of me. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just the fact that it like every time you went in there it was like really like pitch black dark, and it looked like, you know, when you're like a kid you like sort of like sense like, oh, there's like a pillow there, but it looks like it's a person.
Oh yeah,
like
when you
sitting
see faces or bodies in certain things.
Yeah.
Like a coat rack or coat hanger, and they all look like people.
Yeah, but so there was an incident with my aunt, one of my aunts. She was like closest in age to me. I think she's like 4 years older than me. So like whenever we went there, like I used to hang out with her a lot. So there was one incident where I heard about it like a little later, but I was there at the time. She went upstairs into the storeroom, and she was also young, so like, you know, she also had the whole thing where it looks like she's like looking at something and it seems like something's there. But she basically, there's like in the storage room there's like very high shelves.
Alright.
It's like, you know, like none of us could reach them.
Alright.
You know, you need like a ladder to get to them. So my aunt says, like, she swears that she saw someone sitting on the top of the shelf.
Oh my god.
Was it an elf on the shelf?
And she's like,
That's what I was thinking.
oh my god. I mean, it could be, but like, it was a big person, you know?
Wait, how big is this shelf we're talking about here?
The shelf is kind of like, you know how closets, they have the upper shelf that like goes all across the little thing?
Oh yeah.
And you kind of have to
Yeah.
like reach your arm up to throw shit up there.
Yeah.
I still have to do that.
I have that too.
And I'm like
Yeah.
12 feet tall.
Someone was sitting
No,
up there?
Yeah, and it's actually taller than those shelves.
Okay.
It was like much taller. It was like, I think that height, like maybe
10 feet?
7 feet, 7, 8 feet.
Holy shit, that's
That's
big.
high.
That's
You
pretty
high.
Yeah.
You definitely can't like jump up there.
Yeah,
or
and
something
there's that shelf, and then there's one shelf above it too, and that's literally, I mean, it's a storage room. They keep like all of their like blankets and everything up there, and she just says that she like saw someone that was sitting there, and like she was also young, so she like started crying and she like ran downstairs, and I didn't know about it until later because like they didn't really want to scare me.
What was that, like night, or just like the middle of the day?
It was at night.
Okay, because you could have slept walk there. and scared the shit out of her.
Funny.
And then you wouldn't remember.
Okay, how was I gonna get on the shelf?
Janet, how'd you get up there?
Using the same demonic energy your brother had. You just flew there.
Okay, listen.
You start talking
Demonic
backwards.
energy my brother had. He couldn't walk on walls. He wasn't Spider-Man.
Really Spooter Man.
What powers does? What is
Okay, I'm just saying.
No, okay. All right.
It could have been you.
Okay.
So
Because you said you were there at the time, you just weren't told about it.
Okay.
So was it like a full man like apparition, or was it just like what? It was just like some kind of.
It was
Just a person.
basically, from her perspective, it was kind of like the shadow of a person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you know how sometimes like you're like, oh, it seems like someone's sitting there, but it's like a coat, it's a couple pillows, it's like some blankets and stuff.
Mhm.
But like, she said like it was like kind of clearly like the outline of a man
Wow.
Damn.
that was just kind of
Did
sitting
she like
there.
go the next day and go check it out, see if she could see what it was?
With the flamethrower?
I think no, I think like right after that they sent like my uncle up there to go check on it, and I don't know what became of that, honestly. Like I don't know like
Did
what
two
happened
uncles
with
come
that.
back? He's like, yeah, sorry, it was me.
Wow.
What if it was your uncle's evil twin? He went up there to check. He's like,
And the uncle's evil twin came back. No, guys, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
whoa,
Yo.
that'd be scary.
That'd be a little spooky.
That would be crazy, man.
Yeah.
When you said that, what I had in my mind was like the Cheshire Cat.
The Cheshire
Oh,
Cat?
just kinda-
my
just kinda
God,
lounging up
Yeah, it was like just looking at you, and then eventually it's just like an eyes and a mouth. Creepy.
Well, thank God didn't have any glowing eyes.
Yeah, that'd be a little more freaky. But I mean, also with like my grandma's house, there's like another story that happened a couple years ago. So this is like so this happened with one of my aunts. It was her third child, and he was like maybe like 2 years old at the time. So they have basically a kind of a rule that the little kids aren't allowed to like go upstairs by themselves. So they actually at this point they had already turned the third floor into its own separate floor, and they had another floor above it. So the fourth floor was now the roof, and they had like 2 new rooms for the third floor.
Okay. What happened to the storage room?
The storage room kind of, I think they like tore it down and made a bedroom,
Okay.
because there was no storage room on the roof anymore.
That's a bad idea.
Whoever sleeps there, oh no.
Wait, so this is happening in that
Same
newly built room.
Yeah.
Wait, the signs were all there.
Yeah. I mean,
Same energy.
yeah. But I mean, so like this story happened when I was here, and like I heard about the story from my mom because she was like Skyping with them, and like she heard what happened. So my little cousin, like the little kids are not allowed to go up the stairs by themselves because first off, like you can't send them up there alone because it's not really, I think at the time like it wasn't really like protective up there, I guess, kind of, because they also had the entrance to the roof up there, so they don't want them going by themselves. And they had a concrete
The floor is still concrete.
the floors
Okay.
floors were concrete, and they didn't want him like to slip and fall. So what happened was my 2-year-old cousin, he goes up the stairs by himself. I guess, I don't know, people weren't paying attention.
You said 2-year-old?
2-year-old.
Impressive.
Wow.
Yeah. So, like, he goes up there by himself, obviously holding the little rails. You know, not that bit difficult.
No, I thought he was going to parkour his way up. My bad.
It's just back.
Dude, that would scare the shit out of me.
Yo,
Yeah, that'd be-
imagine,
oh my God.
imagine him coming back down. He's basically slinkying down.
No, I don't mean to like interrupt, but I was at work today, and so I went down to the lobby because I needed to get some like blood pumping, man. I was sitting for so long, and then so I turned the corner to look, and then the first thing I see, because it was like bring your kid to work day today, is this like probably like 6 years old, maybe like 7 years old, I don't know, this child walking on her hands down the hallway,
God.
and it kind of scared me. I was like, what the fuck? And then, but I was like, oh yeah, it's like bringing
It's a
kids to
kid.
work day. It's just like, okay, whatever.
It's a kid now.
Chris, where's your kid?
My kid, I left it in my backpack.
Chris is not
Hopefully you left us some, food and stuff.
No, why would I do that?
No, you're right.
Did you leave a zip open? You know?
No, then it might
air?
escape.
Oh. Okay, makes sense. I
I
guess.
would try to find a new papa.
Oh my god.
Chris doesn't have a kid.
I don't have a kid.
Yeah, guys, no. There's nothing happening here. For all our listeners who thinks he's a psychopath.
I'm too young to have a kid, man.
God.
Go ahead,
Ooh.
Jamie. Go
Alright.
ahead.
All right, yeah. So
Yeah.
what did the 2-year-old parkouring cousin do?
So he went all the way to the top of the stairs, and all of a sudden he falls down the stairs.
What the fuck?
Because he catch himself with his hands.
No.
Okay, so he
walking.
actually falls.
No.
Wait, so
no.
he's like wilding up there. Like
Yeah, and all of a sudden he just falls down the stairs, and like
Oh shit.
people are obviously freaking out because they're concrete stairs, and like his head was bleeding. He was bleeding from his head.
Oh
Ugh.
damn.
But the thing was that apparently what happened is that he fell down the stairs. He immediately got up and was laughing hysterically before for a good like 5 minutes
And then
before he stopped, and like they took him to the doctor.
Wow.
But yeah.
maybe the kids saw something, and the demon told him, "Hey, let's play a game. I call it push you down the stairs."
Okay.
Oh my
And
god.
pushed him down the stairs.
I think I don't know. So maybe there was something up there that pushed him, but I don't think he wanted to play that game, Sonny. Because it was
Well, he
how
clearly
quickly
had a good time.
was it? Did he just go up and then immediately fall down, or was there some time that he spent up there and then fell?
See, that's the thing. No one really knows because the only reason he went up the stairs is because no one was really paying attention to him.
So people only became aware after he fell down,
Yeah.
and so he must have gone.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
He was talking to somebody.
So he could have been playing a game. We don't know how long they've been up there.
Yeah.
the demon was like,
The kid won. The kid won whatever game it was, and the demon got mad.
Actually, now that I think about
I
it,
think the demon was playing a game where they pushed him down the stairs, and then the demon would catch him at the last second. So it was like the kid's thing was like, he would win if he would like fall on the floor. So the demon didn't catch him that time. So then he got hurt.
That seems too convoluted for a 2-year-old to think of.
I don't know.
he's two, Sonny. He was 2.
But
So he
also,
could probably play that game.
God, Sonny.
but also it's interesting because my older brother and older sister have a kid each, and sometimes if they bump their head on something or they bump their hand on something, and you immediately go to and say, "Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay?" and take care of them, they'll cry. But if you just laugh and make them laugh, they're like, "Oh yeah, everything's good." It's kind of like a mind game. So maybe he fell and felt like, "Oh, that was fun. Let's do that again." And obviously, all the parents and aunts and uncles are like, "Yo, no." So maybe he just thought it was fun. Maybe he didn't. The pain didn't register because the adrenaline. 2-year-old adrenaline rush.
The 2-year-old adrenaline rush. Yeah, that was definitely it.
Okay, but yeah,
But-
that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
You said 5 minutes. That's a lot of seconds. That's like at least 10.
Just
More than one.
Yeah, that's a long time to be laughing hysterically. I'm glad they took him to the doctor immediately. I mean, he's a 2-year-old.
Well, yeah, because he was bleeding from his head.
So they believe it was like paranormal or something.
I mean,
that
that's
this
what
thing
everyone was thinking, that it was paranormal because
Really?
yeah, like
yeah, so it's not in America. Remember? I'm telling you, all my brown
yeah.
extended family all have a million stories,
Mm.
all of which I discount because they're so superstitious.
I mean, this one sounds like a
my
very
first reaction
But yeah.
is like,
suspicious one.
it's a 2-year-old on stairs. I mean,
like
It wasn't the fact that he fell down the stairs that everyone was like, "Oh my God, someone like
Oh, it was the
something
laughing
pushed him."
part.
It was
Yeah,
the
the
laughing
laughter.
part. It was the laughing hysterically for a couple minutes that was like threw everyone off.
that's like
And-
Sonny's mom, dude, or Sonny's grandma when she was possessed.
yeah, she was laughing.
She was laughing because it was like a child that possessed her, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then
So if a child possessed a child, is there anything wrong?
child squared.
Cancels out.
Child squared kids.
Child squared.
Child over child just equals 1.
They become one child.
It's fish.
Huh?
2 plus 2 equals fish.
Oh yeah, that's what.
Oh, okay.
1 plus 1 equals window.
All right.
No, 1 plus 1 is 11. God.
Clearly, you didn't pass 13th grade.
Okay. Okay. No.
So it's like wrecked.
Got him.
No, but what happened right immediately after that is my mom heard about the story, and then when he was all right, they brought him home, and they had a Skype call, And my mom was like, I heard her talking to him. She was like asking him, "Are you okay? What happened that day? What happened?" And he was just kind of like, I think he might have been older than 2. He might have been like 3 or 4 maybe. He
'Cause he
was
could
he
talk?
was he was like talking a little bit.
Okay, he was probably a little older then.
Yeah, and
So
so she was
parkour's
like,
viable now.
Yeah. Not only
Sure.
parkour, but backflips through like flaming loops on a motorcycle.
Oh yeah.
Because he became an adrenaline junkie from that day.
Yeah, that must have been it.
Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, he's Ghost Rider.
But yeah, like so like the way he was responding to my mom's questions was literally just like he didn't remember anything. Like he's like,
To be fair,
I
he
don't
fell
know.
down the stairs and his head was bleeding.
Must have a concussion.
I mean, well, obviously he had a concussion. I mean,
So yeah, so I'm not too surprised
I mean,
if he
yeah,
didn't remember anything.
I'm not surprised about that either, but it was just, it's hard to explain it, but like the way he was answering the questions was kind of like he was trying to avoid the questions.
Fucking
Oh.
demons, man. Fucking demons.
So maybe he did feel something, but he just doesn't, like, you know, when a kid is not feeling too well, they don't want to share it with people, and so the more we ask them, the more they get defensive. Is that
Yeah,
kind of the
yeah,
feeling
yeah.
you guys felt?
Yeah.
Oh damn, that.
Because he was kind of just like, my mom was asking the questions, he just like kind of wanted to walk away, not talk to her at
Maybe
all.
the demon came down the stairs. Better not tell you that shit. He runs away.
But no one else can see them. It's like, so basically, and he just sees, no, don't do it. It's just like,
behind the laptop screen.
it's just a neck slice
no one-
movement.
Damn, that's viable because the little kids, man, they're so prone to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
They
can't
can see
kids
it.
that consensus like animals and like younger humans, smaller people for some reason are just more sensitive to that shit.
I think my cat saw a ghost once.
Your cat?
Yeah.
Dude,
Wait,
cats
did you
are
say your cat
ghosts.
saw a ghost once?
Yeah.
Were you able to converse with said cat and it corroborated?
How did you know?
Because my 2 cats, because I got 2 cats and they're just over a year old now, and they run around and attack the air. So like maybe they see shit, maybe they're having fun. I don't know.
Okay, so, all right, fine, another story. But this one doesn't take place in Pakistan. This one takes place in the last house I lived in.
The good old US.
Okay. It was a townhouse that I lived in. Yeah, so there was literally just like one night, and you know, like cats do like weird shit all the time. They're always
yeah.
like chasing things that it looks like there's nothing there, basically. But like this one, it was just scary in general because of, I guess, how it like played out. So like my cat Bella, she was in my room, and usually she'll like just come and like sleep next to me, like cuddle on like near my feet or something. So I had these long curtains in my room, and my window is like huge. It's like in it of itself, it's like 4 feet tall. So like it was a pretty huge window. And it's like that night, it specifically, I don't know why I remember this part, but it was like a full moon. You could see the moonlight, which is why I had to like close my curtains. And it was like a little freaky. But so there was like this one little space in between my curtains where the moonlight was coming through a little bit because, you know, I wanted some light in my room. And Bella just goes over and she's like, you know when like cats see, I guess, bugs?
Or when they sense danger, they go into a low growl.
No, like she was like standing like, it was definitely like uncomfortable like stand. It's not like she was like just like sitting like this or anything.
Oh, it was
or sitting.
the pre-pounce, the pre-pounce stance.
No, it's like kind of like the front part of her was like long.
Oh,
sort of,
okay.
and she was like just
so you know how they sit
staring
down?
into something.
They elongate their neck a little bit to
Yeah.
kind of get a good look at it. All
Yeah,
right.
and like her eyes were like completely
Saucer
like
big.
black. Yeah, and like she was just like looking outside, and I was like staring at her for like a couple seconds, and I'm like, what the hell do you see? And she's just like, I literally tried to like pick her up and like move her to me, so I'm like move her away from the window, and she just would not budge.
Oh, dang.
Like it was, I don't know why it was so freaky, but like this was like when I was pretty young when this happened, so like I was about to start crying because I'm like, what the hell do you see out this window? Because for some odd reason my like brain was like thinking of this scary story that I had read about like a freaking werewolf outside someone's bedroom.
It was a full
window.
moon.
It was a full moon, but the stupid part is, it was my room's on the 3rd floor.
Oh,
No,
that makes it more scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what-
it does. I was like, shit, what do you see, Bella? Like, I don't want to look out the window. Just tell me what you see. I don't want to look out the window.
Yeah. I actually have a story. It's not that scary. But it scared me, my older brother, and my younger brother.
Is it ghost or unexplained?
It was just,
Spooky.
it was just yesterday. So
Oh.
Yeah,
really
this-
recent.
That was recent, yeah.
Yeah, it was just yesterday. So like, actually, also yesterday. So good and good and weird. The good part is Batcat came back with a dead mouse from the lawn, or what? I don't know where the fuck he got it from actually.
Was that
Boy,
a
that
good or
is
a bad
good.
part? Yeah, no.
No, that's the good part because he's doing cat things now.
What the hell?
Okay, look,
He's a
I'm just like a parent
vigilante.
to my cats. Shut up. All right, he's growing up. All right, anyways, basically, okay, so my younger brother came back with some more toys for them, and usually my two cats' favorites are like the stick toys with a string and like a feather at the end or a mouse at the end, and they love that. So, but they always destroy it. They always cut the string because they play with it too roughly. So we had to keep on more. So my brother bought another one. It had a mouse at the end, and we were just playing with it, and he bit down on the mouse. Right? Obviously, he does that. He plays with it. What both our cats like doing is after they grab the toy, if we try tugging it away from them, they'll hold on to it more tightly. But if you leave it on the floor, after like 2-3 seconds, they'll lose interest in it, either because it's dead or okay, I guess not playtime anymore, whatever. So my little brother didn't know this, but when he bought it, the mouse, if you squeeze it or tug it, it makes noise. It makes squeaky noises. So Batcat was going fucking insane. He would grab it, tear it to the ground, right? And then even though we let go, it made noise. And then he looked at it, and then he started tearing at it with his front claws and his mouth. But that's not the scary part. The scary part came when we heard something in the back of our heads, and it was just a low growl. It was a growl. It was like a rumble. We heard it. And it was kind of, when you hear a really, especially like a person with a really deep voice, and you can't just look at the person and say, that came from you. It's kind of coming from everywhere. We felt that. And we're like, what the fuck? Yo, we've never heard him sound like this. He sounded feral. I got scared.
His cat? Or your cat?
Yeah,
like
my
that?
cat. My
Jeez.
1-year-old and couple weeks old cat was like,
Whoa.
He was trying to kill this shit. And so he spent like 5 to 10 minutes. We were all just watching him, right? And nothing was happening. So at one point, he grabbed the mouse again by his mouth. He started walking away, but because it was trailing a stick, he was walking like bow-legged, right? Like his
Yeah.
right side and left side were like giving a lot of space. He looked like a lion who just got a kill and is dragging it off to his cave. He took it to his room, by the way. and we're just like, holy shit, he's gonna kill it. He's gonna destroy this thing.
Stop, he's already dead.
Oh, by the way, Zuko, the other cat, just played with it and then like a normal toy. He just didn't care. But that cat was just like on this thing's ass.
Jeez.
So Batcat's a demon.
No, he's just more predatorial, I feel like. He definitely displayed that side. We don't, I
Or
mean...
maybe Batcat's just like half vampire. It's in the name, Batcat.
He's a vigilante. The brats killed his parents.
The unknown backstory. Wait, there's both their parents, they're brothers. So what the fuck's that?
Wait, who's older though?
They're twins. Same letter.
He
minutes.
shielded the Zuko
By
away
minutes. Yeah.
from the murder.
Yeah. He's trying to protect his younger brother.
That's why he wears the mask.
What are you underneath the mask, Batcat? Just a fool.
But yeah, so it wasn't really scary on a paranormal level, but it scared the shit out of me.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, technically there are, apex predators?
Hmm.
But I mean, as house cats, you don't really display any of those. But yeah, yesterday he did, and it scared me.
I don't have any pets or anything, but I have like this has happened to me twice now. It's probably not paranormal, but it's unexplained. And no matter how much I ask my family if they did it, they always deny it.
Okay.
And
so-
Sorry, listen, it's your brother.
The first no. The
could be a
first time it
sister.
happened,
That's true.
everyone, like, no one was upstairs. Okay, let me just tell you. All right, so one time, I think I was in early high school, so this was probably like 6 years ago, maybe more. Who knows? And
We're
so
old. We're like really old. Like we're in our mid-40s. Well, I'm in my mid-40s.
I'm 60.
I'm
The
5.
swollest, broliest 60-year-old man.
60-year-old.
I'm 5 years old.
Yes.
Oh wow, so that only happened like what?
2 months ago.
Yeah.
Janet just came back from Pakistan.
Wait, you lived there for a year? Yeah, so you were there before you were born, just chilling. Sorry.
All right,
Chris,
so
go ahead.
So I get upstairs to my room, right? And I was just downstairs doing whatever. Who cares? But when I go into my room, I notice that there's glitter all over my bed. And it's not just on top of my bed. It's in the sheets. And it's between the layers of sheets. And it's all over the carpet. It's like on the windowsill.
All right, so you guys can't see it, but Janet's losing her fucking mind. She's just dying here on the side.
Chris, I think you have like a different personality that you don't know about.
Yeah,
I think you're a burlesque dancer.
What the hell? No, I got so fucking pissed. Okay, so like it wasn't just like in my bed and on my floor. When I opened
was in
up
your
my
hair?
No. When I opened up my closet, it was all over my all over my clothes in my closet, all over the floor of the
Oh,
closet,
shit.
all over it was fucking everywhere.
All right, so I had an answer until you said that. Now I don't have
Yeah,
an answer.
no.
It was
my answer
everywhere.
was, what if there was like a little glitter bottle, something, and it happened to be in a pocket and went into the washer with your,
It was everywhere.
mattress,
Dude.
your,
Like it was
bed
all
sheet.
because I keep
Everywhere,
my
though?
I keep my guitar cases and a couple other just like random shit just on the floor of it, and it was like layered. It was everywhere, and so I was so pissed because I knew that I was gonna spend the next like hour, maybe more, cleaning all this
Yeah,
stuff
dude,
out,
that sounds-
vacuuming.
Yeah, glitter is
It
hard
was
to clean up.
ridiculous. Like I had to wash my sheets and everything, like vacuum for like an hour. And by the time I was finished, I was so angry. And so I went downstairs and I asked my sister if she was like fucking with me or something like that. And she like vehemently denies it to this day. And so does my brother. And my parents obviously wouldn't do that to me.
Ooh, see, you made that assumption already.
I assume they wouldn't, but I really feel like, because like,
I think you underestimate dad jokes.
I'm pretty sure everyone was accounted
I'm gonna
for
get this bitch.
when this happened. So it's like still
Fucking
it's still this like
shit.
unexplained thing that happened to me, and then it happened again like a
Again?
couple weeks
Again?
ago, but it wasn't glitter this time.
a week
thank
ago?
God. It was like a couple weeks ago. It wasn't glitter, but it was like, so no one was home, I'm pretty sure, or like my brother wasn't home, my sister wasn't home, so there's like the usual suspects. My parents were downstairs with me, we were like watching TV or something, and then I go upstairs, and then on my bed, again, it was on my bed, was this gigantic like wet spot that was taking up like probably a good quarter of the surface area of my bed. And so I lifted
That
up,
could be a leak.
maybe,
Yeah.
but I looked up at the ceiling, there's no water stains. There's no water bottle leaking here. No
Did
one's
you wet the
home.
bed and forget?
No, because this was
If you forgot and came back at the later of the day, it should have been dry.
This was like
Also,
this was,
smell.
This was like 9 p.m. This was like 9 p.m. right?
Oh.
And so it was like very like late in the day because I was going
Did
upstairs.
you leave
to
your
get
window open? Someone just pee your bed and leave.
the fucking piss fairy.
The piss fairy.
It just happened.
I mean,
in my
was
time.
it raining?
No,
all
it
the
was
day?
dry.
No,
Like
okay.
this, totally. I mean, I thought of all this stuff, and like no one would admit to it. No one would confess to it, and
I
it's
mean,
just
maybe there's
it just
something in your
remains like
mattress.
unexplained. And so I like lifted up the sheets.
You have one of those water
It was
beds?
all over it. No.
Okay, come on.
I had to ask.
I'd be
I
less
mean-
concerned if it was a water bed.
Fair.
Well, I may be a little concerned, but for a different reason. Like it popped or something.
Yeah.
But it's just
Yeah.
like every time, I swear to God, like something happens in my room every so often where a substance
A
of
piece.
unknown origin inhabits it. And I get,
You make it sound like an alien.
I get
You know, maybe it is.
irrationally fucking mad about this stuff too.
It's
Like,
not irrational.
I
Glitter
get-
is really hard to clean up.
like I got so mad.
Like,
For-
worse than the hour of vacuuming is knowing that you have to vacuum it, and then while you vacuum it, I mean, I know glitter. When you go over it, it's not really gone. You gotta keep doing it a few
It
times.
stays there, and
It sticks everywhere.
and
and
it
then
was
for
everywhere.
your bed too.
And no one would. The thing that pissed me off was no one would confess to it, and so it was bothering me because it was
Not
just.
even worse. You can't even lay blame on something because you don't know where to
It
play
was
the
like
blame.
it was totally unexplained, and so it was like half like confusing to me, but it was half freaking me out, and it was like 100% fucking pissing me off. I was so mad.
This is getting heated right now.
I know. I'm getting heated thinking of it. God damn.
It's turning red.
God.
No,
Like it.
He turns red very easily.
Yeah, it's true.
You guys ever hear about those glitter revenge pranks?
What's that?
Basically, you pay someone to put glitter in the envelope,
Oh yeah.
and it like explodes,
Yeah.
and it gets all over your place, and you have to clean it up.
I
and
had
it
the
says,
original.
Here's some glitter. Fuck you, bitch. Like as a note, because you just fucking hate that person.
That's
Damn,
awesome.
Chris. How many enemies you got?
Someone
Okay,
from
so here's the thing.
other plane of
The glitter
existence,
thing.
yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was like, I must have been either like a freshman or a sophomore in high school.
And
Okay,
this
but
thing
you were
just happened like a couple weeks
You were
ago.
still a fully
But the second thing happened like recently, yeah.
Okay, but you're still a fully conscious human being. Like it's not like you're like 3 or 4 years old.
No, like I was grown ass like fucking adolescent.
Damn.
Okay, I want to say the most logical thing to do here would just be like put a camera up in your room. To,
Well, see, that's
like-
too
No.
work.
See, we
No,
all right. So
no.
we
That's
talked
not
about
even
this last time, and we
Yeah.
came to the consensus it's a bad idea.
Yeah, because like whatever paranormal thing is, like usually putting a camera up, trying to capture it on camera, usually makes it more angry.
Yeah, it would get a lot angrier. And the glitter hasn't happened since, like knock on wood. But like the water thing, like what the fuck? It's
See,
it's
the
so
glitter thing is what like
The glitter thing-
concerns me
it's
because it's
confounding.
like
It's getting me more. The glitter definitely because
yeah, because
it's so
water can
thorough.
come up from anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, water can come from anywhere. You like someone accidentally threw like water on your bed or something.
It was-
like it could have been an accident, very clearly.
it was.
What was that?
I don't
Whoa.
know.
Why'd someone just fucking knocked on the wall?
Yeah, over there.
Yeah, it was over there, right?
It's eerie silent in here.
we need to fill the void of silence with laughter.
If you guys heard that, there was it's just the four of us in kind of like a studio room, and we just heard a knock from the left of us from the wall.
And there's nothing behind there, is there?
We're sitting in a
No.
circle, so your
Yeah.
left is nobody else's left.
Well, the left of the room.
Well, it came from. Well, it's the right of the room
It's
for
the right
me.
of the
Come
room.
on, buddy.
It's behind me.
If you walk in,
Oh,
it's the right.
okay. If you just heard
No,
it or
it's like
not.
See, what concerns me is that it's behind the curtain.
Yeah.
I don't want to like pull the curtain aside, but like,
Shit, I'll do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Chris, come on.
See you guys in
You're
the
the
next
only
one.
white boy. Come on, don't do this.
Or just
Don't be that person.
Oh lord.
Alright, we'll just leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's my thought is like maybe my sister did it because I did something to piss her off really bad, and she's just been such a good. She's been so good at like keeping it secret.
Keeping it under wraps.
Yeah.
All right, so the water thing, I'm with Janet here. Probably like a water bottle that maybe one of your siblings tossed out, or this maybe Chris is.
Yeah.
Someone spills. Oh shit! They picked it up, probably dried it off a little bit, and went away.
That's probably the most.
But
like,
it turns
logical
out,
solution.
yeah. But it turns out, okay, maybe there still was some water and they forgot. Or
Yeah.
didn't see it.
See the
But the
glitter.
glitter is
Everywhere.
the glitter is so thorough that I'm only thinking of two extremes. One, yes, one of your siblings really decides to fuck with you because you messed up, or they wanted to fuck with you, or
Yeah.
the other extreme, paranormal. I just know you're being fucked with.
Something.
There's definitely something after you.
Yeah.
Okay, not after you, but
Something is there to fuck you.
It was a one time.
Sonny,
Wait.
shut up. We're not going that route again. No.
Maybe that's what it was. It was like confetti. Surprise!
Is it a fairy?
I am
Fairy
here
gonna
for
fuck
you. Wait, Chris isn't here. Oh man.
Yeah, it was.
Why does it have an accent?
I don't know. I wanted to give it an accent.
Fairies have an accent. It's us.
The Lucky Charms, man.
Yeah, but just gonna throw out there real quick.
Lucky Charms.
Just gonna throw out there. We're referencing the first Paranormal Ghost Gone Wild episode. Definitely hear that. Sunny's part is
Sonny's got some crazy ass stories, man.
yeah, it's
I don't want to hear
yeah.
him.
It's full of exorcism.
I don't wanna hear him.
God
Jan doesn't want to hear
slaying.
him. But you guys want to hear
Yeah,
him?
he fought a god,
Hate you so much.
a demonic doll.
Ghost Gone Wild, man.
Ghost Gone Wild, literally.
See, the thing about the
Think
thing about the glitter is the fact that like I feel like at the time if you had done a little more investigating, maybe you could have found like empty glitter bottles in like
Yeah.
your sister's room or something. But like, you know, nothing ever came of that, so now it's like like a mystery.
It was just super bizarre, man. And I was so heated about it for like a while, man. Yeah.
God. Wait, but I remember Janet said she had more stories?
Yeah. I mean, I have some stories about like my old houses, but I think I'm gonna tell you the scariest story.
Yeah,
that
that's
I
what I've
have.
been waiting for.
Oh man, she told us. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us prime ourselves.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is
All
it.
right, let's-
So yeah,
all
this
right.
is the.
Sonny, I'm gonna grab your thigh. Don't worry about it.
So this is like by far the scariest story that I have, but it's not even my story. It's actually my oldest brother's, and he actually tells it much better than I do. But I'll try my best. You know.
I'm gonna get him on the pod.
He doesn't like to relive it. It
Whoa,
it
that's
traumatized
Oh, it's
him.
that bad?
scary?
Wow.
No, it traumatized him. He does not like scary things at all. He's the most. I don't want to say he's the most scared person in our family, but he does not like scary movies. Like he doesn't like to mess with like spooky shit. He doesn't like dumb things like Ouija boards and everything. He'll stay the hell away from that stuff.
I'd get along with him just fine.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Me,
Yeah.
him, and Chris would just sit in a circle and play Monopoly. And
I
do,
mean, yeah.
do normal things.
Is this
No, I mean-
is this your
Second.
oldest one or the second?
oldest one.
The oldest. Okay.
So, I mean, like, we're all pretty much like that. You know, we don't like to mess with, like, actual scary stuff. But my oldest brother, if he hears about something, like, even being possibly, like, slightly scary, or if it's a scary movie, he doesn't want, like, anything to do with it. And I think it's because of this story that traumatized him. So, like, when I was younger, my dad sent both of my brothers to boarding school in Pakistan. So yes, the story takes place in Pakistan, of course. So there was a school. So yeah,
Spookiest of all them stands.
The spooky capital of the East.
Spooktastic. No, but so he basically, they both were living in a boarding school for I think a year. They were there for one whole year. And so basically what happened is, so think like, you know, the Harry Potter, like where they like all sleep kind of, or
A
like
dorm?
kind of,
Dormitories.
yeah, they had dorms to themselves, but like, they like, there was like maybe eight beds in one huge room.
Oh,
So it's more like the health wing.
Kind of, I guess. I don't know, I guess you could say.
I mean, the Harry Potter wing makes sense, right? Even there was a lot of guys, but it was like they had each their own wing and floor.
Yeah, my brother, the way my brother described it is he said that the, like, actual place where they all, like, were staying, their, like, living area was very much like Harry Potter. Like, the building itself was kind of like Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Was he trying to tell you that he lived in a castle?
No, he was trying to say, like, he lived in a spooky place.
Okay, I got it.
It's
I got
like
it.
a labyrinth going on here.
Yeah,
A
but it
labyrinth.
was actually pretty big.
It was like
It was pretty
stone or
big.
something.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
and it
fancy.
was like, it was in a kind of a secluded area, too.
So like a prison,
Yeah.
like a medieval.
Well,
prison.
I mean, it's a boarding school in Pakistan.
All right, so prison, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. But, so, basically, there was, like, a couple of them in, like, one, that were living in one room. So, for whatever reason, they had one extra bed, and their, I guess, room advisor kind of came in and was like, there's one guy who is being transferred into your room. They don't know exactly why he was transferred into that room, because he was living in a different room before. So
Oh.
they're thinking maybe he got kicked out, maybe there was like
An
like
altercation.
altercation between the other guys, or they just didn't want him in the room. In any way, like when they met him, they knew he was a little weird.
Okay.
Okay,
Story's
so
Things are getting spooky already.
Yeah.
Story's off to a great start.
so yeah, so like one thing you should know is that both of my brothers were in the boarding school over there. However, in that particular room, it was only my oldest brother and then this new kid that was there.
Okay.
So
Yes.
they had never actually met him before. Like they all went to the same school, but this guy was new to the room.
Uh-huh.
So what ended up happening is, like literally, he said that the night this happened, it was like straight up just like scary movie. Like the entire atmosphere was like a scary movie. It was thundering outside. There was a thunderstorm outside. It was dead at night, and like they were all like inside, like trying to like find something to do because like they couldn't go outside. So like video games, something.
Ever
But-
consider sleep? God damn. It's like they're inviting you to something.
No. I mean they wanted like
Oh, I know, I feel.
like good stuff something good to do. They didn't want go looking for something spooky to do.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the kid, the weird kid.
Oh no. It's all his,
So
it's all his fault.
so
Dude,
they were
this is
like,
like a horror movie plot in the making,
Yeah.
man.
yeah, it really is because so he was like, they were all trying to figure out something to do, and the new kid is like, hey, I have a game for us to play. Out he pulls a Ouija board.
Oh my god.
At this point, I'll pimp slap that guy.
See,
Yeah.
the thing is, though, my brothers were so young at the time, I can't, like, pinpoint exactly how old they were, maybe, like, close to 10 years old. They didn't know what a Ouija board was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This guy was just like, oh, it's a game. So he
How
didn't
old was that guy? He was their
They
age?
were all the same age.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fucking
It's like 11.
So he must have been
So-
fucked up from before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Okay. But so I think my oldest, so like they were like, oh, okay, sure. But my brother and like 2 other guys were like, nah, we're not gonna play that. We're just gonna go hang out like in a different room. So they go hang out in a different room. Literally a couple minutes later, they all, like my brother and his friends, just hear screaming, like just screaming, like little kids screaming. And all the guys that were with the that were playing the Ouija board like just came running, and they were my brother's like, well, what's happening, what's going on? And one of the kids told my brother, he's like, dude, I don't know what happened. His eyes just like rolled into the back of his head.
Oh, shit.
So they all just freaking ran from
Wait,
there.
whose eyes?
The weird
the,
kid.
The weird
the
kid?
weird kid. Because he was the main person doing the
Okay,
Ouija
okay.
board. Like none of them knew really what was going on.
Oh shit.
So they're like, oh, his eyes rolled into the back of his head, and then they just like went and got their room advisors, and they sent him to go like see what was going on. They go over there, and he's literally nowhere to be found.
Wait,
What?
hold up. They lost the kid?
Yeah,
Like, forever?
I'm getting there.
Oh shit, does he go?
Oh, my God.
Oh no.
I'm getting the chills.
Oh, shit.
No.
No, so
No.
they literally
No.
looked everywhere for him. They could not find him, and this freaked everyone out so bad. And then 3 days later, they find him in like an open field somewhere.
What
Is he
the
dead?
fuck?
No, he was alive, but they never spoke to him. They didn't know what exactly happened that day because literally they found him and they sent him home.
What the fuck?
So, so to this day, that story traumatizes my brother because
magical.
he didn't actually see anything happen himself, but you know,
Ugh.
a kid just goes missing for 3 days
See,
After
I,
playing the
after
Ouija
playing
board.
with a freaking
I was
Ouija
so
board.
ready to just be like, all right, that kid played all of them. He just knows how to roll his eyes back. But nah, that's okay.
No, like
I'm officially
yeah,
spooked. That shit's.
So
yeah.
all the kids ran away without even, like, one person staying there with
I
them?
got
Well, I
hella
mean, they got
goosebumps.
freaked out. You know, like a kid rolls his eyes into the back of his head, and you're gonna stand there and be like, "Are you okay, dude?"
Yeah,
That's
no. Who's an ass?
freaky that
Okay,
he
we'd all
disappeared.
run. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd.
I mean,
run,
at
too.
that age too, like what, 10,
And
10 years
also-
old or whatever.
Yeah, and also they didn't know him.
Oh, that's true.
Like this guy was like
He was already a
brand
weird
new.
kid.
Yeah, he was already like right away. They already said like, "Oh, this guy's weird," but they were just like, you know, willing to like, I guess, like hang out with him. Like they're 10-year-old. Like they're just gonna like hang out with this guy. So they're freaking just hanging out with him. My brother, somehow the smart one, is like in a different room, and they just hear all this happen later. Like no one actually like ever talked to that kid again, either.
I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't talk to him.
Yeah, and like they found out that the reason why he got kicked out from his like other room is because like basically the same shit with his other roommates. But I don't understand why they like didn't like
It was
just
prob-
like send him home
Why did
from
they-
right there.
Why didn't
It
they
was
just
pro-
take the Ouija board? Did he
So
break
I
the
don't think
Ouija board?
he was using the Ouija board before, but I just know that he did some weird shit that people were like, we want him out of the room.
That's so.
So I'm just
weird.
gonna assume right off the bat that the first time you got kicked out from the room and sent to the room with your eldest brother, that was probably on a smaller scale. It probably wasn't the Ouija board. Probably wasn't 3-day absence with nothing to talk about. It was probably something smaller.
It had to be. It had
It
to
had
be.
to be.
Because if it
Yeah,
was on that
because-
level from the get go, he would have got
because-
kicked out first, like immediately right then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because also, you know, it's a boarding school. They're already very strict there.
He
Oh, yeah.
thought it was a different kind of boarding school, I guess.
But yeah, that's my brother's story. He
Shit, that one was good.
yeah,
I got chills.
I full blown was like.
and I don't even tell that
yeah,
story very well
goosebumps.
because this is coming from like a second person point of view. My brother told that story to some of my friends at my birthday party once, and he scared the crap out of them. But like my brother, he literally does not deal with like spooky shit. So in his room, like right now in his room, he has one of those little storage room, the mini ones that look like, you know, someone's probably living in there or something, type of shit like that. So
privet drive under the staircase.
yeah, it's under the staircase.
Oh, for real? Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he got that room and he was like, nope, and he put this dresser right in front of it. He was like, fuck no. He put the dresser right in front of it. He's like, I'm not dealing with this shit.
Wow.
But yeah.
Well, at least he's horror movie proofing it, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
See, I feel like I have the mentality, but I don't remember any traumatic event. Did I suppress it? What happened
See,
to
that's
that?
the thing. He's old enough to remember that part. But like
It's
my
interesting.
other brother doesn't know about it because he wasn't living in
He
the
was
same room
probably
as
just
Noah's
told
brother.
about it.
Yeah, he was. My brother told all of us.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That one. If that was your spookiest, that was for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
And that's probably a really good one to end on too.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get much higher than that.
Nope.
Look, I'm wearing shorts
saved.
right now, which I don't always wear shorts, but like, yeah, my legs. Down, got goosebumps. I was literally just smoothing them down. I don't know if that works. I have like slightly hairy legs, so like I smooth my hair down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it'll work for my goosebumps, but it soothes me.
Ooh,
Probably just
I got,
something.
I got like chills all over the freaking place, man. I'm like a little chilly too.
Yeah.
I think that knock on the wall was a little scary before too.
That was like
That-
the perfect primer for that story.
Yeah.
Because it got my heart beating a little bit faster.
I feel like there are already people who know we're in here and are trying to fuck with us.
You listen to the podcast.
They're trying to listen to podcasts and they accidentally fell or something. They're like,
Shit. There's shit. Get out of here.
let's get out of here.
Like swings.
All right, listen.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Jeepers.
Man. Well, Janet, thank you for coming on today, sharing those stories with us. You sufficiently
Sucked
spooked
us.
us. That was I can feel his trauma.
yeah, that secondhand trauma is starting to hit a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you decided you wanted to share your stories, and I think we're going to continue this in the future too, where if other people want to share their stories, feel free to share them.
Hey man,
Whether-
I got more stories after this too.
You got more? Oh shit!
Oh, we'll have to
Yeah.
bring you back on, man.
But you know, part 3.
I think
For
we're
another
gonna-
day.
You should come back on when we have Panita come on because she said she has some too.
Ooh. I'll do
Yeah.
it.
Alright.
Well, yeah, everyone's got stories, and
Yeah.
we're willing to hear them all on the podcast.
We'll keep this series up.
We'll take the L's for you guys, pretty much. All right, but yeah, from the Sic podcast, thanks Janet again for coming here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, awesome, and we'll see you guys next time on the Sic podcast.
Swig it out.